Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Darkest Dungeon. I realized that actually I do, but you do not hear music or anything else for that matter while in the battle, so I will actually increase this somewhat. I believe this should be enough.
A moment of respite.
Though for me this is actually quite loud, it's much louder than my voice. So I'm not exactly sure what will happen. But I guess we'll see. We'll tweak these things after a few episodes. So we got two new buildings.
The
We got
cobwebs have
Abbey.
been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
And we got the tavern.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
So these two buildings actually are used to de-stress your heroes. For example, he has 42 stress. Because your heroes do not de-stress on their own. I mean, they do for like 2 or 1 to 3 stress per week or something stupid like that, but not enough. However, that costs money, I believe a lot of money, 1000, 2000 and 1000.5. So, this is just one more thing which strengthens the just use random heroes and get them killed so you don't have to spend money on them mentality. Which also taxes us much more because we actually want to stick with these guys. Now one thing I have to say is you will not see all of the heroes because I already know which parties at least which parties I plan to use. So, Leper we never use, he doesn't fit in our comp, and Highwayman we literally don't want to
The
use.
thrill of the hunt.
These two,
The
however,
promise
we
of
do.
payment.
We can set the bounty hunter to 4 and rename him to, let's see, Ozren, and we can take the grave robber. She will be our number one. She will be Doris. We can also rearrange our heroes. For now, actually, I have no parties complete, so this kind of doesn't really matter. And the first thing I want is roster size 16. At least 18, I believe, because I never let Ray know then these must go. There's an achievement which is tied to them, but it's literal to keep them until we get to the last part of the game, so I'm kind of reluctant to throw them away. I usually go to these stress heroes when they reach about 45 stress, so this is okay. Now we got a few more missions to choose from. This is the first medium mission, but we really can't go on to medium missions until we get at least level 1 equipment, possibly level 2. The thing we want the most are the deeds, so this is where we're going. We'll use the grave robber, I think. God damn it, no. She has really bad skills, so until we get the building which allows us to actually train the skills we want, we use random. Guys, I suppose again we take 8, 2, 1, possibly 3, but I never really want to invest more than 2. Ah. It's okay. 380s, I suppose. This will be what we take on most of our short ruins runs. I mean on all. Unless we're short on cash, in which case we'll skip on a few keys or a shovel.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
I forgot, she has to be in the 3rd spot.
Press this advantage.
These guys are a priority in this fight because this guy just does very small amounts of AoE damage. But these guys usually crit and bleed and do tons of single target damage, so I actually want them dead first.
The offensive.
Unless he crits, he's not really doing much.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Also, he becomes entirely useless when he gets to slot 1.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Now this apparatus, I believe, needs the medicinal herbs, but I'm not sure what it gives.
Wealth beyond measure,
Nothing good, I believe.
awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Now this is actually one of the serious enemy compositions we can find in short ruins. Not looking good. Now this is usually a useless ability because Mark literally does nothing. However, I believe these guys always point blank shots first, and point blank shot hits the first guy in a row. So 25% damage from that is quite useful. Well, I was wrong. Damn, son.
Death waits.
And that's why we kill them usually
Slightest
first.
lapse in concentration.
Tons of damage, high crit chance. And this is when we have to start healing and trying to survive. Literally, like I said, this is our second fight and we actually got through our first quite easily, and we're already practically almost dead.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
This game does not pull any punches, and that's why I like it actually. Yeah, we can actually crit heal as well. That wasn't the case for a long time, I think 3 or 4 patches ago. Not really sure. Nice.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
There are also options to retreat from combat. Doesn't always work, of course. And there's an option to actually abandon the quest if we think we cannot finish it. Like I said, when he gets to his first spot, he's pretty much useless. But we need to kill him now or the round after that, otherwise he starts getting tons and tons of damage. And stress and all that bad stuff.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Locked sarcophagus. Well, when something is locked, we use a key.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
There goes one. Shell. This thing again. I would really advise against interacting with curious if you don't have any items you can test on them.
Be gone, fiend.
The way most of them work is actually they punish you unless you have the correct item. So if you don't have a few of the items to actually test on them, don't interact with them. Or look it up online, but then that's not really fun. Oh, there goes our loot. Bookshelves are like the devil of this game. Now there's this thing. If you scout things, you can see the traps. And then you actually get the chance to disarm a trap, and you get some stress relief if you actually manage it. And another thing for light runs is that they increase this scouting chance, which lets you see those traps and everything else. However, it's Rusty Maiden bandage? Nope. Anti-venom? Nope. Then we don't interact with it. Not sure what that needs. Yeah, the scouting chance is the only way you can find the secret room.
Alec must be carried home.
So it has the potential to pay up as well, or even more than dark runs, but that happens extremely rarely. In any case, you should probably run light runs until you get, I believe, 3 unique artifacts you can get in those rooms. The secret room, I mean. Yeah, this is usually what happens. These things are extremely valuable, but if someone has kleptomania or something else, they will practically always trigger it. Not sure why. God damn it.
In Radiance,
And we have the last battle here, I believe. This could be a tough one. And as you can see, their ability sometimes reposition them as well. The battle system is really cool in this game.
Unforeseen.
Extremely fun. Yeah, this is the first enemy in the game which has protection, as you can see in the window down bottom, which means he ignores 25% of the damage we actually deal to him. However, he has a very low stun resist, so sit down.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Sit down as well. He's dead, so
Precision and power.
the amount of health our heroes and the dungeon with does not matter, so no point in healing them in the last fight.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
A handsome reward indeed.
Room by room, hall by hall, we reclaim what is ours.
Well, that really sucks. Slow draw even more. That's probably one of the worst things we can get. Damn it. Well, doesn't really matter.
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
I believe this was a short one, so we might do one more this episode. Yeah.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater
Yes,
threats.
now we got the guild
Our
and the
soldiers must be
blacksmith.
ready.
These are two of our most important buildings. This
The
one gives us
bellows
the
blast
ability
once
to
again.
train
The
skills,
forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
and this one gives us the ability to make weapons and armor. But first things first. We got one grave robber. We need the abomination
Tortured
and
and
the
reclusive.
houndmaster.
This man is more dangerous than he seems.
So abomination is number 1. Okay. His name is Astorus. And the houndmaster, we need a few of those. So let's say 3. And he is Psionics. Alright. So we got 2 1s. We got 2 3s. And we got 1 4. 2 4s. Okay. That's okay. However, here comes the important thing. Let's see. We'll probably spend most of our gold right here, but first let's decide where we're actually going and who we're going to use so we don't spend too much money. Dodge. Oh, that's useful. However, do we need crest actually? Let me check. I believe we do. No, it's deeds. I don't really care about crests for now, I think. So this is where we're going. And who are we going to use? We have to use the healer. I think we'll throw him out. Put him there. Throw him out. Ah, yeah, I forgot about this. The abomination cannot go with religious guys, so I guess he warms the bench then. Same party, I suppose. Wait. 41 stress, that's okay. I won't upgrade their skills because I don't care about their skills. However, now we can actually rearrange the skills like we want them to be. Flagellant. Well, that's bad. That's whatever. So, what do we want? I suppose this is okay. we pretty much got two skills which we can use from any spot, and one skill which lets us reposition her, and one which lets us do something if we don't want to do anything else. And she's very stressed out, but we cannot afford to not use her. Yes, and she needs these two skills. It's like this. What do we have here? Stun skill chance, that goes her. Since we're not using her, I'll get her healed up. God damn it. Yeah, this is what happens as well. This guy, Caretaker, takes over our spots, so that sucks. That sucks a lot.
A little hope, however desperate, is never without worth.
So I suppose we get her into the tavern.
All manner of diversion and dalliance await those who cross the threshold with coin in hand.
Okay. We don't really want to do anything with the blacksmith right now. First thing we want to do is get our stagecoach up. After that we focus on the blacksmith and the guild. Yeah, you will notice we have one more shovel, because some characters come with their pre-made items already. For example, Grave Robber comes with a free shovel. And since we don't have the Plague Doctor anymore, we need more bandages this time around. Two keys. That's okay. I mean 3. Let's go. Yeah, that sounds okay.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Also, I'm not sure if you want to see these subtitles or not. For me personally, I don't need them, but you might find them useful.
A fortune.
Especially if you're not a native English speaker. Well, these guys again. Minus bullet resist.
The light, the promise of safety.
There we go. That's what we want to see. Probably should not have done that.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Oh.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
This is what my strategy usually revolves around. Just pummeling the backlines. Of course, it's not always an option, but when it is, we take it.
this advantage. Give them no quarter. This expedition at least promises success.
Got healed. Let's see. So we actually have to go there because our quest is to get 100% of the room battles, which could actually be quite bad. These are not really easy opponents, and we are kind of stressed out already. Damn it. And once more he's kind of dying. Oh man.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
So this stress thingy makes it so that when the hero gets to 100 stress, they perform a check. If the check is successful, they become virtuous, which can have random benefits for the party. For example, like stress relief every turn, heal the whole party every turn, stuff like that. But most of the time they will fail the check and they will become inflicted instead, which is exactly the opposite. Each turn they will de-stress, I mean they will stress the whole party, they will refuse to get healed, they will refuse to do the actions you tell them to, they will randomly switch places with other party members, etc. It's really bad. And extremely tough to actually play like that. And when they get to 200 stress, they get put to death's door. Death's door is the thing that happens when your health falls to below 1. You get on death's door and each hit has a chance to kill you. So it's not an instant kill actually.
As the fiend falls,
Which might sound like, well, how the hell do you die then? But yeah, believe me, this game is tough enough that you can die without any problems, even with a system like that.
Abomination cleansed from our lands.
Like I said, things really get out of control quite fast.
Executed with impunity.
I mean, we're barely struggling to keep our guys above 50% health. And failing at that, actually.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the
Grave
mud.
Robber plus 30 stun skill chance, that's useless.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Well, we track back. And we'll get a hunger prompt soon. Also, when we track back, new traps appear on the map. And as you track back, you actually incur hunger random rolls much faster. And new battles can also spawn, so yeah. Never ever backtrack. Even worse, never ever go backwards. I mean, if I pushed left now, our heroes would walk backwards to get to their destination, which actually stresses them, hungers them, and generally does a lot of bad things to them. So avoid backtracking through the map and avoid walking backwards. Well, time to use a bandage. Jesus Christ, they're really focusing him. God damn it.
As victories
Let's
mount,
switch
so
him.
too will resistance.
We have 12 food. I believe we can use some of it to heal him. But not right away.
Another one falls.
Another mindless minion falls. Come on, subtitles. Work with the game.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
A trick of the light. God damn it, I love this narrator. He's so good. So let's hope we got only one more battle to go, because I don't think we can handle more than 2 more battles. Oh man.
Cruel machinations spring to life with a singular purpose. Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Paid for in blood. Oh man, that's a lot of stress, dealers. Uh-oh. That does not bode well. No, stop it! Stop hitting him! Okay. Jesus Christ. It's like no matter where we put him, they'll just focus him. We could use a crit heal on him, I suppose.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
So... at least one more fight. Well, I suppose it is. Yeah, one more fight we need to go through.
The match is struck.
90%.
A blazing star is born.
Okay. This fight and we... That's not good. Not at all. Yep. Well, now you'll see what happens. Wow. So yeah.
Moment of clarity in the eye of the storm.
That's a good thing. That's a virtuous hero. They can respond by being heroic, or they can respond by turning to cover this.
Perched at the very precipice.
But she
of
might die
oblivion.
here, so we're not out of the woods yet. Her turn. Wow. Not yet. Nice. And I have no idea what this does, because it never actually says. Well, this went much better than expected, I suppose.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious.
We pretty much should have had one dead hero at least here. Actually, if she did not turn virtuous, we'd probably have at least 2 dead heroes, so props to her.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
But it was well worth it. Almost 10k gold. Scouting chance in ruins, okay. Lawrence. Nah. Nothing bad, nothing good. Doesn't really matter.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Alright. I think this episode has gone on long enough. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.